Greetings, fellow men. Servus Männer. It's Red Pill Germany again, and today we had some breaking news from Germany that I want to present to you very briefly. So Angela Merkel announced that she will be the candidate for the Christian Democratic Party of Germany, for the centrist, former conservative party, for our federal elections in 2017 next year. So I should probably tell you that we don't have caucuses in Germany. So the nominee or the candidate for chancellor before the federal elections are normally fixed by the party elites, or there sometimes are actually votes on that, but just between two people normally, and only the higher ups or the members of the party can actually vote for that, and not the registered voters or anything. So it's just the party members who figure that out, who's going to be the nominee. And I don't know if the Christian Democrats really thought that through. Well, there is no other candidate for them at the moment. They cannot build a new one up in that short amount of time. And a recent poll also says that the majority of the Germans would actually be in favor of another 4 years under Merkel. I don't know if you want to still trust in polls, but that's at least what they say. And I should also mention that the election is actually an election for our federal parliament. And then the parties who have the majority can form a coalition together, and then the biggest party in that coalition that takes over the government will actually be the one that has the chancellor post then. So at the moment, the Christian Democratic Conservative Party of Merkel has a coalition, a big coalition with the second largest party, the Social Democrats, but as they have more seats in the parliament, Merkel is chancelloress. So if the Social Democrats had more seats, then they would have the chancellor seat in this government. So I just want to point out that this is the election of our parliament, not of the chancellor directly. But of course the campaigning is sometimes very personalized around who is the good candidate for chancellor. But it is not called chancellor election, but Bundestagswahl, the election of the federal parliament. So in her press conference today, she said that she thought very long and very hard about this, and that this is not a trivial question, not for herself, not for the party, and also not for the German nation. I have to agree with her here. She goes on to say that she wants to give back to Germany. Well, what do you want to give back to Germany? I don't really get that phrase here. And she knows that she will have to fight enemies and opponents both on the left and on the right. Of course, the Green Party, the Social Democrats and the Communists, they want a red-green coalition, as we would call it, Rot-Rot-Grün, and if that is possible, she would be out of the picture. At the same time, our new Conservative Party is going to attack her on many fronts, and they feel encouraged by Brexit and the election of Donald J. Trump. A brief internet vote or an internet poll on an alternative media website in Germany yielded that a lot of these conservative people in Germany think actually that the nomination of Merkel as the centrist party's candidate is a good thing for the AfD, the Alternative for Germany, our conservative party. So they think predominantly that Merkel being their opponent will increase their chances of success next year. And then Merkel says a lot of the things that she always says, that we want to lead this fight democratically, yeah, as if the others don't do that, right? And then we want to discuss and we want to fight, but we don't want to hate and we don't want to marginalize or silence people. Yeah, right. There is no one who is marginalized and silenced at the moment in Germany, right? Nah. And then she also does what women often do, I think, is she actually downplays her own agency. You know, she has been a chancellor for so many years now, and she is in charge of the government in Germany and the most important politician in Europe, I would say. But then she says, oh, a single person cannot change anything. I mean, and I cannot really change anything by myself. We all have to achieve that together as Europe or as the world or something like that. This globalist way of thinking that a single country, a single person cannot do anything. It's the team that achieves something. And this is convenient for leaders, this way of thinking, because then if they screw up, they can also claim that the blame for that is not only for one single person, but everyone kind of screwed up, and the team failed, but not they themselves as the leader. But this is why we elect leaders, so that they are accountable. So this claim of hypo-agency is very, very usual for her. Meanwhile, the Social Democrat Party announced that the Christian Democratic Party will be the main opponent for their attacks and their strategy during next year's campaign. They also say that Merkel is not invincible and she is very beatable next year. Well, I hope not by you, but I agree. So let's see what next year will bring, if Germans will find their balls back, or if we get more of the same, or in the case of a communist Green Party Social Democrat election success, it will actually go from bad to worse. From the frying pan into the fire, or vom Regen in die Traufe, how we say in German. Have a great Sunday night. Servus, Kameraden.